Hey guys, hi, good afternoon. We'll wait for some time, then we'll start. Okay, thank you.
Participants, so everything on in today's session. So basically, in today's session, we are going to discuss one of the template. Okay, I'll not take this session very long, guys. Today it was planned to take session, but due to some circumstances, we are going to take one template. Let me share my screen first. So I hope all of you can see my screen. Can you just give me the confirmation? Is my screen visible and my voice audible to you? Can I get some confirmation, please? Yes, yes. All right. So, guys, today I will be discussing about this particular template project planning phase. Okay, we have discussed the requirement analysis. We have discussed the ideation phase. Project design phase we'll discuss in the next sessions. Okay, today we are going to discuss only one template, that is project planning template. Okay, if I just open this template to you, so basically this template looks something like this. Okay, so here you have got sprints, epics, user story number, story points, priority, team members. All right, these are certain things that we will find here. Okay, let's see those things. We'll talk about the project planning phase now. Okay, only one template will take today. Rest will take some on some other day. So we'll start with the first concept of the day, that is nothing but agile plan. Okay, agile plan. So what is agile plan? See guys, agile planning is simply a way to which you can manage your projects in step by step. Okay. Instead of coming up with a big plan at the start, you can go with the step by step production of the particular project or solution. Basically, agile planning allows all the team to adjust and improve as they go ahead in the project to some feedback based process. Okay. There are certain key points here. Like, first of all, why agile? Basically, many companies are using agile process because it helps them to work faster and it helps them to improve their profit also. How does it work? So instead of planning everything from the beginning, team will make some small updates regularly to showcase the work. Okay. The goal here is just to make sure that at each step they're coming up with something useful for the project. Okay, not just a unfinished product like this. If you see, there are two approaches to complete one project. Okay. First approach is the wrong approach, because if you see here in this project, it shows that we are building separate non-functional parts. Okay. Example, first we are developing a wheel, then we are developing the axle, then we are developing the wheels, the upper body, and then chassis, then the car, right? So here in this stage, you will be able to use a particular product only at the last stage. Okay. Whereas this is the right approach, guys. Here, in each step, you're going to create something working version of your product. Okay, for example, you develop a skateboard, it is working. Then you come up with a skateboard with a handle. Then you come up with a cycle. Then you come up with a bike, and then finally you come up with a final product, that is a car. Okay, so here basically you are ensuring that uh, something useful is getting delivered at each stage. Okay, something useful is getting delivered at the each stage. Now, see guys, here from this page, we can understand that there are different types of agile methodologies. So what are those? So we have nothing but Kanban and then Scrum. Okay. First, let's talk about Kanban. Basically, in Kanban, it uses a visual board like this to track all the terms. Okay. This board is nothing but called as a Kanban board. If you see here, in this Kanban board, you will find different columns. First is to do column, then in progress column, and then send. To do basically means these are those set of tasks which has to be done. Let's suppose there are certain tasks which is in process. You will be keeping it into the in progress, and once the task is done, the team move that specific sticky note to the done stage. Okay, so there are three columns here: to do, in progress, and done. In this Kanban, workflows continuously without any kind of strict deadlines. Okay, basically this kind of board helps team to see the progress of each member very easily. Okay. Then you have Scrum. Basically, Scrum is very similar to Kanban board, but what it does, it divides the work into some short period of time. These are nothing but called as sprints. Okay. So it also uses a Scrum board to track the progress. Okay. In Scrum, basically the work is planned before the starting of the sprint and it is completed within that particular sprint. Okay. And the team works on those set of tasks during that particular sprint. So what is sprint? Sprint is the duration during which you're going to complete certain tasks. It can be of 5 days, it can be of a week, it can be of 10 days, it can be of 15 days, it can be of a month. All right. So sprint is nothing but the duration during which you're going to complete certain period, certain task. Okay. So here you'll find two important things: the Scrum Master and the Product Owner also. Okay. So Scrum Master is the coach and Product Owner is the task manager. Clear? Now let's talk about the Agile process. Means the Scrum framework. Basically, understand that what is Scrum first. Scrum is like simply a way through which you're going to manage the work in team. Okay. So basically, it helps the team to break their project into some smaller parts, okay, and work on them very separately. So who are involved in the Scrum? So we have product owner. Basically, these are those people who decides like what has to be done, and he sets the priorities. Then you have Scrum Master. Scrum Master basically helps the team to stay organized and they remove any kind of obstacles. Okay. And finally, you have the team members who work on the task and complete the entire project. Okay. Now let's understand how the Scrum works in the team. Okay. Please, okay. Basically, it starts with a product backlog. So this product backlog is nothing but you can consider this as like a to-do list. Okay. So here you will list everything that has to be done. Okay. Here it will list all the things that has to be done. You can see there are some sticky notes here. Okay. So it will list all the things that has to be done. Now the product owner basically decides like which tasks are most important here in this one. Okay. Which tasks are more important. Then you have this sprint backlog. Okay. So from this list of tasks here, the team is going to pick some tasks from this backlog and they will start working on it. So the team is going to pick some tasks from here, from this backlog, and they will start working on it. Okay. So whatever task the team has picked, it has to be completed in certain sprints. Okay. It has to be completed in certain sprints. Then you have the work cycle. Okay. As I said, the sprint can be of 1 week, 2 week, 3 week, or 4 week. Okay. So team starts working on the selected task. Okay. They meet every day for daily scrums. Okay. These scrums are nothing but kind of a short meetings so that they can discuss like what they finished yesterday, okay, what will they do today, and if they are facing any kind of problems or not. Then you have the sprint reviews, okay, they showcase their work. Basically, at the end of each particular sprint, the team will present their work, okay, and based on their work, they will receive the feedback to see what is working and where do they need the improvements. All right. Then you have sprint retrospective. So basically, here the team discusses like what went well and what can be done better so that it can improve in the next time. Okay. So this basically helps them to improve their process for the next time, for the next sprint. Okay. And this process is repeated unless until the final product is ready. Okay. So this is a basically a simple Scrum framework. What are the essential characteristics of agile planning? First is agile planning is divided into releases and sprints. Basically, a releases means launching of any new version of a solution. Okay. In each release, it is broken down into sprints. Okay. As I said, sprints are the short work cycles. In each sprint, the team will work on specific tasks that has to be completed. Okay. So these will be represented by the user stories. Next, we have planning is based on the user story. Basically, a user story is a simple description of like what the user needs. So instead of writing a long document, agile team just focuses like on what is actually important. Okay. So the question is why? Basically, it helps the team to understand like what the user wants. Okay. So we have already seen the format of writing down a user story. Then you have planning is iterative and incremental. Basically, agile follows same process in every sprint. Okay. Each sprint is going to build small improvements step by step. And every sprint will deliver some working feature that the user can start working on. And finally, you have estimation done by the team member themselves. So in Agile, the team will decide like how much work they can handle, and the team will estimate how difficult the task is before starting on it. Okay. And finally, they will make it the planning so that it is more realistic and fair. Okay. Next is agile scheduling. Agile scheduling process. Agile scheduling process. So agile scheduling process is a very flexible way where you can uh, manage your work in some cycles. Okay, these are called sprints. Okay, so what we do first, we first decide like what features are needed. Okay, what will make your product better, what will make your solution best, what do the user need, and what problem do they face. This helps you to set clear goals. Okay, then you check like what each feature is needed. Okay, so like for example, do you need special tools? Are you going to take any risk or delays? Uh, are some features are there are some features which are harder but they are important. Okay, so you should work on those early. Okay, then decide how much you work. Basically, the team will decide like how much work do they want to do. Okay, or how much work they can do. This depends upon the past performance. Okay, we'll also consider like different tasks and interpretations, even the interruptions. So planning will help you to stay on the track. Next is list stories and epics. See guys, bigger tasks are called epics. Okay. So you're going to break them down into some smaller tasks called user stories. This will make your work easier and you can list them so that you can plan better. Then you have add iterations. So basically you will divide your work into some short time periods. Each period is can be like 1 or 2 weeks long, and team will know like what they have to work on. Okay, so this will keep the progress very steady. All right. So at the end, at the end, you can add a task to the team, task to your plans. Okay, you will even stop the team when the work limit is reached. Okay, this will keep the workload very balanced. And finally, you'll repeat the process unless and until uh, the task are planned. Okay, if the time is short, you will remove the less important task so that you can meet the deadlines. And finally, you'll share your plan so that everyone can be aware of it. The team, the product owners, stakeholders, all of them will give you the feedback. So this will help everyone to agree on the plan before they start. Then you have sprint planning process. So what it says, uh, hold a retrospective meeting. Basically, the team discusses like what went well and what did not went well in the last sprint. So they will identify the lessons to improve with the next sprint. Plan and next sprint meetings. Okay. So the team will check the overall project plan. They will adjust the plan based on like how fast they have worked before, and is there any change in the priorities or features. Make sure user stories are detailed through. Basically, it means when you make sure that your tasks are clear. Each user story should be very well defined and it should be easy to understand. Okay. If there is any unclear parts, it should be explained before the starting of the sprint. Break down the user story into specific tasks. Each user story is divided into some small tasks so that it can be completed in one working day. This makes your work easier to manage and track. Assign tasks to the team members. The Scrum Master ensures that the tasks are assigned to the right people. Okay, so team members will agree to complete the task during the sprint. Write the task on sticky notes. Basically, tasks are written on sticky notes and it is placed on the board, and everyone can see them. This will help them to stay organized. Track the progress of all the tasks. Basically, each task should show like who is working on what. They should estimate the time to complete it, what is the time remaining, and the actual time used. And finally, track the velocity using the burn down chart. So the team is going to create a burn down chart to see if they are on track. Chart basically is going to show you like how much work is left as compared to the plan. You see, this is a kind of a burn down chart where this orange line is the remaining value and this is the guideline. Okay. Now, I'll talk about the story point estimations. Point estimations. What is the story point? First of all, understand that what does the product owner do? Product owner organizes and prioritizes the backlog. In backlog, you have list of tasks to complete, right? Product owner sets the priorities and the tasks. Okay, and the product owner itself is going to break down the bigger tasks into some smaller and manageable parts. Okay. Now the question is, what is a story point? See, guys, story point basically measures like how much effort task will require. Okay. For example, I want to complete a certain task in my project. How much effort the task will require. Okay. So this is usually measured through the work difficulty, like what kind of difficulty level is of the work and how much time will be needed and risk involved in doing that activity. Okay. The story points will help you to plan better uh, by breaking your bigger task into smaller ones. Now, story points are given using the Fibonacci series. Okay. Fibonacci numbers. Can you tell me what is Fibonacci numbers? Can you all tell me what is Fibonacci numbers? What is Fibonacci numbers? What is Fibonacci numbers? Guys, what is Fibonacci numbers? Yes, Fibonacci numbers is basically in Fibonacci numbers, we are getting the numbers to the sum of previous two consecutive numbers. Okay, for example, if we have this one, it is sum of these two numbers. If we have two, it will be the sum of previous two numbers. Okay, so story points are given through some Fibonacci numbers. It can be 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13. You can take a scale of 5, you can take a scale of 6, you can take a scale of 8, anything. Okay, depending upon the kind of project you're working on. All right. So if suppose your task is simple, you can assign some story points like 1 or 2 points. If suppose you're working on a complex task, then you can give some more story points like 8, 13. Okay, depending upon the scale you have opted. Okay, so this particular template, guys, you have to complete using a tool called Jira. Okay, that I will be showing you today how to create account and how to do this activity through Jira. Before that, I would like you to take through these particular important concepts. Okay, you have to understand these concepts. Right? Let me open my notepad first. Let me open my notepad first. You guys understand. In your when you get your login credentials and all, whatever projects you're working, the projects are designed in such a way that you have milestones and activities. Okay, when you get your login credentials and you enroll on any specific project, your projects are divided into milestone and activities. Okay. This milestone is nothing but bigger task, a bigger task, bigger task. Okay. Which for this bigger task is further broken down into different smaller tasks. Okay. Which we call as activities. Okay. Let's say this milestone can be completed in with different activities. Activity one, activity two, activity one, activity two, activity three. Okay. Let's say these are my activities. Okay. These are all smaller tasks. Okay. Understand this now. When you complete these three, uh, when you complete these three activities, it is said that you have completed this particular milestone. Okay. When you complete those three activities, it is said that you have completed the milestone. Okay. For example, let's say you enroll on any specific project. In the project, you'll be having milestones and activities. Let's say your first milestone is data collection. Okay. Let's say this is your first milestone. In this milestone, you have one activity called data collection or gathering data. Okay. Let's say this is your first activity. And let's say the second activity here is, one second, loading the data. Let's say this is the second activity. Similarly, let's say we have the second milestone as data preparation. Data preparation. Okay. In this, let's say your first activity as handling missing values. Okay. Then creating fields. Okay. Handling uh, what else? Inconsistency. Handling inconsistency in data. Okay. Let's say this is your second milestone. Guys, are you able to follow me? And let's say the third milestone is going to be your data visualization. Here you create a bar chart, then you create a pie chart, then you create a line chart, then you create a map. Let's say like this I'm doing it. Okay. Then there is another milestone called dashboard. Okay. Here let's say the activity is developing the dashboard. Then we might have story like developing story. Okay. And finally publishing. So I mean to say that your project will be divided into this kind of task and subtasks. Here, this is my milestone, and these two are its activity. Once I complete these two activity, it means data collection is done. Similarly, data preparation is another milestone, milestone number two, and these are its activity. If I complete these three activities, it will say that data preparation is done. Got it? Yes or no? Am I clear? Am I clear with this concept to you? The milestones and the activities? No, please tell me. These milestones are also called as epics. Okay. These milestones are only called as epics, and here these activities are also called as story, story or user story, anything. Okay, this we call as story or user story. Okay, now do not get confused. What is story? What is user story? Those are same thing. Okay, so it means this is also an epic. This is your epic one. This is your uh, epic two. This is going to be your epic three. correct? This is going to be your epic 4, right? These are bigger tasks, right? Milestones, correct? Then this is going to be your epic 5, epic 5, and let's say this is a finally our epic 6. Okay, this is our epic 6. Now, these are also user stories. Okay, let's say this is my user story number 1. I'll give here as USN1, user story number 1. Okay, then this is again your user story number 2. This will continue in the same sequence, guys. Let's say this is 3. Okay, this is 4, story number 5. Okay, this is user story number 6. This is going to be user story number 7, 8, and 9. 8 and 9. Similarly, 10, 10, 12, and finally 13. Okay, so we have this many 13 user stories. Got it? Clear? I hope this is clear to all the participants. Okay, so let's come back to here this slide. So you can see here, I want to talk about some important terminologies. First is sprint. So sprint, as I said, sprint is the fixed period of or the duration in which the team is going to work to complete the certain set of tasks. Okay, sprint is nothing but the duration in which the team is going to complete the certain set of tasks. Now, sprint, as I said, sprint can be sprint can be of 5 days, it can be 7 days, it can be 10 days, okay, or 1 month also, anything. You can decide yourself like how long you want to define a sprint, okay. Basically, you're going to create multiple sprints, okay. So you will decide like in this 5 days, what are tasks you have to complete. In the next 5 days, what are tasks you have to complete like that. Basically, you have to create one common sprint for all the activities, okay. Let's say in sprint number 1, in sprint 1, you decided to complete user story number 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. In sprint 2, you decided to complete user story number 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. And once again, these sprints are of 5 days. I'm just assuming that my sprint is of 5 days. Okay. Each of my sprint, both of my sprint are of 5 days. So I'm assuming that I will complete this set of user stories in these 5 days. Then another set of user stories in another 5 days. Like this. I will create more sprints. Okay. Now, next is epic. So I already explained you what is an epic. So epic is a big task or the project that is too large to be completed in one sprint. Hence, it is broken down into some smaller tasks that can be completed over the multiple sprints. So that is what we have done here. These are the epics. Okay. These are broken down into some smaller user stories. Story is a smaller task. It is a part of epic. So this is nothing but your stories. These activities are nothing but your stories. Okay. These activities are your stories. Okay. Finally, the story point is a number that is represents like how much effort story takes to complete. Okay. Story point is a number which decides like how much effort will it take to complete the task. So let's say I'm taking a scale of 5. Okay. I'm taking a scale of 5. This scale of 5, I assume that if I'm assigning one story point, it is a very easy task. If it is 2, it is, let's say it is a normal task. Okay. It is a normal task. Let's say if it is 3, it is a moderate task, and if it is 5, it is a difficult task. Okay. Let's say this is a story point I have decided. Okay. So in my same set of epics and stories, let's say gathering data is very easy task. No, it is a normal task actually. I can give the story point as 2 here. Okay. Again, I'm taking a scale of story point out of 5. Okay, out of 5, out of 5. So what are the things I can give? I can give here 1, 2, 3, and 5. Okay, I can give these four numbers. One is very easy task, two is a normal task, three is a moderate level, and five is a difficult task. So let's say gathering data is a normal task. Loading data is an easy task. Okay, handling missing values is again a moderate level task. Okay, in fields is, let's say, again a moderate task, and handling inconsistency in the data can be again a moderate task. Now the next is data visualization. In visualization, bar chart is again, I think it's a easy task. Bar chart is a normal task. Okay, pie chart is also a normal task. Line chart is also a normal task. Let's assume that a map is a moderate level task. Now let's say developing a dashboard is a difficult task, so I'll assign 5. Developing stories is also a difficult task, so 5. And now publishing, let's say this is a normal task. I can give 2 and 2 here. Okay. So what I've done, I have understood what is ethics, what is story, means what is the activity under the epic, and what is the story points. Clear to you? Yes or no? Please tell me. Am I clear? Am I clear? With this foundation knowledge, am I clear to all the participants? This is the foundation knowledge, guys. Am I clear? What is epic? What is sprint? What is story? And what is story point? You have to keep these four things in your mind. Sprint is the duration. Epic is a bigger task. Story is a smaller task. And story point is the difficulty level of that particular task. Okay? Now, if you are clear with all of these things, based on these things only, you have to complete the Jira tool. Okay. Now, from now onwards, please watch it very carefully. Okay, please watch it very carefully. So, what you have to do, all the people, all the students have to basically create an account on Jira. Okay, you just have to go to Google and type Jira login. Okay, we are getting login to Jira, login to Atlassian account. Click on here. And once you click on here, you can basically do a sign up. Okay, let me go to my default browser. Otherwise, I will not get it. Jira login. Basically, they will get this kind of a form. Here, you have to go to create account, and you need to create account. Okay, please do it later, guys. It's same as like how you create an account on Gmail. In the same way, you have to create an account. Okay, once you create your account successfully, log in into that. Okay, once you log in into your Jira account, you will be redirected to your dashboard. Okay, this kind of dashboard will be opened. Understood? This kind of dashboard will be opened. Now, in this dashboard, you have to go to Jira. Okay, you can see I'm getting Jira option. Click on Jira. Okay, once you go to Jira, let this get open. You will be getting this interface of projects where you can find your previous projects. Okay, so what you have to do, you have to create a new project here. To create a new project, you can see I'm getting an option here to create a project. Click on create project. Click on create project. Once you click on create project, it will ask you to select a project template. Okay, it will ask you to select the project template. So you have to go to software development. You have to go to software development. In software development, you can see we are getting multiple options. Kanban, Scrum, top level planning. You have to select Scrum. Select Scrum. Once you select Scrum, it will ask you to use the template. Click on use template. Okay. Once you click on use template, it will ask you to select the project type. Okay. Since you are working in a team, here you have to select a team managed project. Select a team managed project. Click on it. Okay. Now, in the next page, you have to give the name of the project. Okay. You can see I'm getting the name option here, right? Name option. Here I have to define the name of my project. Okay. I have to give the name of my project. Let's say my name of my project is student analysis using Tableau. Let's say this is my project name. Okay. As soon as you type the name of your project here, you have to give the name of your project guys here. As soon as you give the name of the project here, by default, a key will be created. This key is nothing but the initial letters of the word of the project that you have given. Okay, SAUT, you can see SAUNT. These are the initial letters of whatever name I have given. Okay, so by default, this is free. So click on open and click on create project. Once you click on create project, guys, once you click on create project, it will ask you to manage the team members. Okay, I'm telling you, all the students have to create an account on Jira. Okay, now the team leader, whoever is the team leader in the team of 4, he has to invite all the team members. Okay, he has to invite all the team members. For example, here you have to give the name of the student to form the team. Let's say this is a person, I'll give her his name. So he will be formed in the part of my team. Okay, so like this, the team leader will give this invite to other 3 members. Okay, he will give the invite to other 3 members. The other 3 members will receive the invitation in their email for the particular project that has been created. Okay, now click on invite and continue. Okay, very first thing, all the team members have to create an account on Jira, and then the team leader will do this process of creating a project here, and he will invite the other team members. Okay, he will invite the other team members. Now you can see here, I have landed to the board section. I have landed to the board section. What I have to do, I have to go to timeline section. Timeline section. You can see in this interface, we're getting multiple options, right? Summary, timeline, backlog, board. By default, you'll be on the board. You have to go to the timeline section. Okay. And in this page, you have to define your epic and the stories. And you have to give the story point. Okay. On the top here, you can see all the team members who are engaged in this. Okay. You can see all the team members from here only. Okay. So now what you can do here, 1 second. Arya, let me first complete these stuffs, then I will come back to you. Okay, please wait for them. Now let's create epic. So what I told you, what is an epic? Epic is the bigger task, right? So you can see here we are getting a purple symbol, right? So here, let's give the name of our epic. So our first epic is data collection. Let me give the epic data collection and hit enter. Once you hit enter, this epic is going to is created. Now I have to give the stories, right? So I'll click on this plus button and this is my story. This green color is my story. Purple color is your epic and this green color is your story. Now you have to give the story. Let's say my first story is gathering data. Let me write down here and hit enter. Second story is loading data. Let me copy this and let me, sorry, sit here and hit enter. Okay, let me click outside. Now click on create epic. Second epic is data preparation. Copy it and paste it. Hit enter. Now in this epic, I want to create some stories. So click on plus. Click on this plus to create a story. What is wrong? Yeah. Handling missing values. Hit enter. Then creating fields. Copy this and paste it. Then handling inconsistency in the data. Copy this and paste it. Hit enter. Okay. Click outside. Now we have to create another epic that is data visualization. Let me copy this. Create another epic. Paste it. Hit enter. Now we'll give the bar chart. First story in this bar chart. Hit enter. Second story pie chart. Let's say you are creating 8 visualizations. So like that, you have to give all the details. Then you have line chart. Let me copy this paste it. Okay. Second. What next? Map and paste it. And okay, let us click outside. You can see 12 user stories have been created for now. Okay. So initially you can see these are the user story numbers. SAUT, this is the user story number. SAUT3, this is the user story number for loading data like that. Okay. In this way, you have to create other also. Okay. You have to create for others also. Story also, let's say dashboard epic. I'll go with till story, dashboard epic. Inside this, my one epic is developing dashboard. Copy this, hit enter. Then another epic, story. Let me paste it, hit enter. And this is my developing story. Okay. If you remember, guys, these all things we will be doing in the lab site in our Tableau. So this is what we have created. So as of now, I have not invited to any of the team member guys. So basically, you can invite. So in the previous step, we have seen how to invite, right? How to invite, we have seen, correct? For this project. In second, second, guys. So in the previous step, once you invite the team members, all their names will be visible here. Okay, all their names will be visible to the team leader. Now the team leader has to go epic by epic and he has to define the story points here. Let me click on plus button here. This one, click on this three dots. Okay. Okay. So once you click the epic data collection here in the right hand side, you'll get a small pop-up where you have to define who have you have to assign. For example, let's say for now I'm getting only one person name. You'll be getting another three. You have to click here and you have to assign it to the person. Okay. In this drop down, you'll get all the list. Okay. You'll get all the list. Okay. You'll get all the list. And you can see here assignee. So assignee in the details section, you have to scroll down to the details section and here you have to assign. Okay. Let's say I assign to Soumya. Okay. To one of my team members. Then what else you have here? Team, due date, start date, reporter, Lashian. 1 second. Wells. Second, guys. Some option has been changed here. Let me see what is wrong. Already priorities been assigned here. Okay. Story point with the story point gone. story point option is removed from here. Let's select this card. Okay. You have to select a card first. Okay. Basically, if you see here, I've selected the specific story, and now once I click on it here, you can see where whomever you want to assign, click here, and then in the bottom you're getting story point estimate. Here you have to give the story point. Let's say gathering the data. What story point I decided for the gathering the data? It was, let's say it was 2. Okay. So I'll give 2 here. I'll give 2 here. In story point estimate, I'll give 2 and hit enter. Okay. Then I'll select the second story point, user story, and here I will assign the team member, whoever it is. Let's say Varun. Okay, Varun. And the story point estimate for loading data is 1. Let me click on it. Okay. Okay. Similarly, go over second epic. Go for the second epic. In this second epic, you have more stories, right? Click on the first story, that is handling missing values. So how much you decided for handling missing value? 333 each, right? So assign to the team member. Okay. Then story point as 3 and hit enter. Similarly, second one also, uh, creating fields, story point 3, hit enter, and handling missing value, inconsistency in the data, also story point I'll give here. And hit enter. After that, data visualization we have, expand data visualization, bar chart, how much we have given for each one of them, 2 to 4, right? Let's give here, this one, story point 2. Do not forget to assign to the team member. Okay. And one story point 2. Line chart again, here also, story point 2, hit enter. And finally, map, let's say assume story point as 4 here. Okay. So first plan it on a piece of paper before filling this. Okay. You have to give the story point there only. Next, dashboard. So for dashboard, I have decided to complete with story point 5, hit enter. And stories, also how much story, for story also it is 5, right? For story also, story point estimate as 5, hit enter. Okay. So we have given, we have assigned to the team members, and we have given the story points, right? Let me just load this one. Let me see any changes. You can see this is Soumya, Varun, then rest in for rest epic and stories is assigned to me. Okay. Pushpita, I have given story points this many number of times. Have you not seen a single time also? You have to select one specific user story, and then you have to scroll down and you have to give the story point here. Okay. You have to select the user story and give the story point each one of them. Okay. So this is your timeline section. Please go and watch the recordings once again. Okay. Things will be more clear. Now what you have to do, you have to go to backlog section. You have to go to backlog section. Okay. Backlog section. In this backlog section only, you're going to, you can see here, we have got all the backlogs. These are all the backlogs that we have created just now. These are nothing but your user stories. Okay. This is the place we are going to create the sprints, and we are going to complete this set of tasks. Okay. All right. How many sprints we have? 1, 2, 3. Sorry. 1, 2, 3. 11 work items are there, right? 11 work items. Let's say I define 2 sprints. Okay. For 5 days each. Or let's say 7 days. I'll define a sprint of 7 days. Okay. So to create, to launch a sprint, okay, this is the first sprint. You can see this is sprint 1. Let's click on these 3 dots and click on edit sprint. Rename the sprint to sprint 1 only. Okay. And select the duration of 1 week. starting from today, let's say from today to stumps 1 week, that is 12th. Okay, 12 a.m. to 12 a.m. or uh, 9 a.m. to 9 a.m. This is the first sprint. Click on update. Now, in this sprint, you have to define the work that you're going to complete. Let's say I will complete gathering data, I'll complete loading data, I'll complete handling missing values. So you have to drag and drop. I'll complete creating fields. Okay, I'll complete all these steps. Okay, I'll complete these 5 user stories. Similarly, I'll go and create another sprint. Okay, you can see here I'm getting create option. Click on create sprint. Okay, you can do all these tasks one time at a one time, or you can go sprint by sprint. Okay, let's say you define first sprint, you complete all this activity, then you create another sprint, or else you can define the first sprint, second sprint all together. So you can see here I'm defining the second sprint also. Let me go here to edit sprint. I'll define the second sprint of another 7 days. Okay, sprint 2, let me make it custom. 12th of 7 to 19th of 7, 9 a.m. to 9 a.m. Click on update, and remaining tasks I will do in second sprint. Bar chart, pie chart, line chart, maps, and story. Okay. So the during the duration of the sprint, you can to start the sprint, you have to click on start sprint. Okay. Again, it is giving asking you the confirmation. Click on start. Okay. So say the sprint one starts now. All the team member will get the notification also in their respective Jira platform. Okay. They will get the notification. They will get this notification on their Jira platforms. Okay. Similarly, again, once you complete this sprint, you can once you complete this particular sprint, let's say if you complete this sprint, you're approaching to the end date of the sprint, you can click on complete sprint once the date is completed and click on complete sprint. Okay. And now you can go to the timeline and you can start the second sprint also. Backlog, sorry, backlog, uh, second sprint. Okay. Start the second sprint. Start it. So second sprint also started. Okay. Or else what you can do, you can start both the sprints together. But usually you complete the first sprint and then you start the second sprint, right? So during the duration of the sprint, 1 second, let me see. Okay. During the duration of the sprint, you have to move these cards to in progress once you're working on it, and you have to move it to the done once you're done with that. Okay. In this way, you have to complete the sprint and move the cards to the done. Okay. Once you're done, first it will come to in progress when you have started working on it. Once you have completed that, it will go to done. Okay. First, you will move it to in progress. Once you have completed it, you will move it to done. Okay. This work you have to complete. Okay. You have to make sure all is done and click on complete sprint. Okay. You have to complete the sprint. Okay. You have to complete the sprint. Got it? So once you complete the sprint, guys, once you complete the sprint, this screenshot is very important. This you have to go to the boards. Okay, I have completed the sprint, so that is why I'm not getting it. Or else you can go to the backlog. No, timeline. This timeline screenshot you have to take and you have to attach it. Okay. This timeline screenshot has to be taken and attach it in that notes also. Okay. This timeline screenshot has to be taken and attached in the notes. Okay. You can expand this like this, or you can uh, make it into the normal form, and you can have to take the screenshot of it. Got it? You have to take it, the screenshot of it, and you have to attach the notes. Now let's come back to our previous section from where we started and what we have to do. Okay. If you remember, I have shown you one template in beginning of the session, right? So that template has to be filled according to this. Let me come back to the template. So this was my template, right? So here you have to fill these details Okay. Now, in sprint one, what is your epic? In sprint one, my epic is this one. My first epic is data collection. Okay. Under this epic, what are the user story number we have? You can see. You can go to the back to this particular section. This is the user story number, SAUT-2. Okay. So this user story number will be created for your own project. It is unique. Okay, it will be getting created. As soon as you create a project, this will get created. Along with this user story, this is the user story number that you have to give here. USN1. Okay. In my case, my user story number is SAU2 for gathering data. SAU2, and here I will mention gathering data. Okay. Now, what is the story point I have given for it? I have given two story points, right? If I remember, I have given two story points for it. Right? So I'll give two here. What is the priority? It is priority is high because I need the data to collect to go ahead in my project, right? So I'll give the high priority here. Team members, who is the team member who is doing this activity? His name has to be come here. Okay, his name has to be given here. Similar way, sprint one, another sprint. In the sprint one again, if there is any other epic also, for example, in sprint one, I'm doing one more epic, right? In sprint one, I have decided to complete one more epic, right? I just missed those things. I think so. I have missed those things, so that is why it is not coming here. Let me go to board, filter, print. Okay, I missed those things, so I'm not getting here. Sprint one, backlog sprints, sprint two, sprint three is gone. So basically, yes, sprint one and sprint two, right? These are sprint one and sprint two. Sprint date. Just imagine that I have decided to complete certain task in sprint one, right? I've decided to complete this task in sprint one, right? Data collection and data preparation. So those details I have to provide here. First sprint one, then the first epic name, and under that what all stories are there along with the user story number. Then again sprint one, the second epic is data preparation and data user story numbers. Okay, handling missing values, creating missing fields. Let me show you by filling this table only. Otherwise, you will get confused. Let me do one thing. Let me download this template. Okay, file. So the sprint one is my, for example, my sprint one is data collection. Okay, so and my user storage number was SAUT2, right? SAUT-2, and here it was gathering data. Okay, story point was 2. Let's say it was high. Then again, SAUT-3, loading data. Okay, this is one. Again, uh, priority high. Okay, team member. Let's say this is done by team members only. Yeah. Then this is done by Varun. Let's say I'm assuming this is a person name. Again, sprint one. The second epic is uh, data preparation. Data preparation. Okay. So what is the epic user story number for data preparation? SAUT5, SAUT-5, SAUT-5. This is handling missing values. Then you have what is next? SAU6, creating fields. SAUT6, creating fields, SAUT 7. Next is handling inconsistency. Inconsistency. Okay. What was the story points for this one? I had decided I'm not able to see there, but I have already have it on my piece of paper. So three each, right? I can give here three, three, three. Here the priority is high. Let's say creating fields is medium, and this is again high. Okay. Well, let's say medium. I keep it. Okay. Again, some team member. Let's say Indra, some other person, Indra and Varun, like this. Okay. Now comes the second sprint. Two sprint or two. So in sprint two, let's remove this. Okay. In sprint two, I have data visualization. This comes out to be as bar chart, pie chart like that, right? Which is SAUT 9. SAUT 9 bar chart like this. And whatever story points I have given, that you have to give here. Okay. So this is a basic chart table you have to complete. Below this, you have this project tracker velocity burn down chart. Okay. So here you have to define all those details. Okay. So my first sprint is of how many story points? Can you tell me how many story points are there in my first sprint? Two. 1 second. Let me take it here. I have to find out total story points, right? So I decided to complete these two milestones or epics in my first sprint, right? So sprint one, how many total story points? 2 plus 1 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3, right? This is my first sprint story point, total story points, right? It comes out to be, this is a 9, 10, 12, correct? 12. Let's say story point 2, this till here only have done. Story point 2, 2 is equal to, what is the story point? 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 4 plus 5 plus 5. Okay, these are the story points I have given, correct? I'm taking the sum of them. I'm taking sum of all of them. So 2 plus 2 plus 2, 6 plus 4, 10, 10 plus 5, 15, 15 plus 5, 20. Okay, so story point 2 is of 20 story points. Story point 1 is of 12 and story point 2 is of 20 story points. Let me remove this one. This is of 7 days. Okay, 1 second. This is of 20 and this is of 7 days. Okay, so it started on 5th of oblique 7 oblique 2025 and ended on 12th of 7 oblique 2025. Similarly, this started on uh, 12th oblique 7 oblique 2025. This ended on 19th oblique 7 oblique 2025. Okay, so story points completed as on planned date. So yes, it was completed. So 12 story points, 20 story points completed on the end date, and sprint actual release date is actual. This is the date. The sprint end date is going to be the sprint release date. Okay, sprint end date is going to be the sprint release date. Below this, you have to calculate the velocity. Okay, so what is velocity? Basically, velocity is nothing but it is total story points completed by number of sprints. Okay, total story points completed by number of sprints. Let's say I'll do one thing. Uh, I'll copy this one only, bro. Better. Okay, I'll copy this one for you here. So you'll be able to easily follow this. Okay, now see this here. This is print one. This is print one, where we are doing data collection and the total sprint, total story point in sprint one is this. Then I'm planning to complete this in sprint two. Okay, in sprint two, I'll complete this one, dashboard and pick. So here, total story point in sprint two. Sprint two is the sum of all the story points. Okay, this comes out to be 20. Now, total story points is 12 in the first story point and 20 in the second one, right? It was 12, correct? 12. 2, 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12. And this one, 2, 2, 2, 6, 4, 10, 15, and 20. 20. Now, velocity calculation is total story points completed by number of sprints. So, how many story points completed? Total 22, sorry, 32, right? 12 plus 20 is equal to 32. How many sprints are there? Two sprints are there, correct? So 32 by 2, 32 by 2 is coming out to be 16 story points per sprint. Okay, so you have team's velocity is 16 story points per sprint. So this is what you have to fill in the last cell here in the velocity. This calculation you have to show. Okay, this calculation you have to show. Clear? For a reference, I will share you this file. Share. You can just keep it for it with you. Copy link. Copy link. Link. And you can just refer to this one. Where is this gone now? Okay. Clear? So that is what you have to do. Okay. And in the same visualization here, okay, once you complete in the backlog, you will find this backlog insights, right? In backlog insights, somewhere you'll get this chart. 1 second. Boards, manage workflow, timeline. You have changed the options actually. Boards, pages, move, roles, all work, list, forms, board. We just trying something, guys. By the way, I have done for it. Trying something. Here only during the sprint, you'll get the burn down chart. Okay. You'll get the burndown chart during the sprint only. You have to go to this sprint insights and you get the burndown chart. You can attach the burndown chart also in the bottom. Okay. So this is all about project planning phase. Now tell me, is it clear to you? Any confusions to you so far? Please tell me. Am I clear? We have taken almost 1.5 hours to complete this one template. Am I clear to you? I've taken all the things in the details and I've explained. Uh, Vedant, maximum 4 people will be working in a team. You can open with your personal email, Aman Gupta. You guys can create account on Jira using your personal emails. Okay. Do not create right now, guys, because it just gives you 30 days free trial. Please open it once we have started working on the project. At that time, you can open it. Okay. Till we have 1 more week to go for the training sessions. After the training sessions, you can open it. Am I clear? So that was all in today's session, guys. I just wanted to discuss about this project planning phase because it consumes more time to explain. So I have tried my level best to explain you this simple template. What you have to do, you have to first understand what is sprint, what is epic, what is story for your project. Because in a project already you will be having the project distributed in form of milestone and activities. So consider all your activities as your milestones. Sorry, all your milestones as epic and stories as activities as stories. Okay. So more details will be explaining you in the upcoming sessions. But this is the way how you can complete the template. Satyam, team formation still has not yet started. We will guide you once I get the confirmation regarding the team formation, how it has to be formed. Okay. I will guide you in the upcoming days, like how the team has to be formed. Information has not started, so we will guide you. I think you guys have even not got the login credentials, so please wait for some time. Everything will happen. Okay. Nishta Sharma, that is what I'm saying. Please wait for some time. Team formation instruction will be given. Ketan, assignments has to be submitted along with your projects. I will let you know where to submit assignments. Please, meanwhile, complete the assignments. You have to complete 3 assignments. I have given only 2. One more assignment I will give you by next Friday. Okay. Then I will let you know where you have to complete and submit. Okay. By the way, guys, did you understood the template? Did you understood the template? Did you understood the Jira, how we have to do? There are 3 main sections in the Jira, guys. 3 main sections: timeline, backlog, and board. Okay. First, you have to go to timeline. Here, you will be creating your epics and story. Please write it down. In timeline, you will be creating your epics and story. In backlog, you will be creating your sprint, and you'll assigning the backlogs into the respective sprint. Okay. In board, you can track down your activities. Okay. So once you complete the template, guys, you have to take this particular screenshot like this. You have to take this screenshot and you have to attach it in the bottom of this page. Okay. You can remove this particular content from here to attach it here. Okay. My sprint was something average velocity was is equal to 32 by 12, right? Or 32 by 2. It came out to be 16. Okay. This is 16. I have to give the velocity. All right. So for your reference, I have shared you one simple file, uh, which was this one, this file. You can explore this one. Okay. How we have created, what is story point like this. Okay. You can explore this one later. Am I clear to you? Samya will guide you when to submit assignments. them, please check the notes where we have shared the assignments. Both the assignments link has been shared. Then we will let you know how to submit assignments. Okay. Please wait for my instructions unless and until do not submit your assignments anywhere. Okay. Please wait for my instructions. Prithviraj, you're asking the same thing again and again. I have told you the assignments are there in the notes because even if I share the assignments in the Telegram group, if you start giving messages on it, it will scroll away. Okay. So that is the thing. I have added the assignments in the notes. Please go and check the notes. I'm keeping all my content in a one place. That is the notes file. Okay. All the important things is there in the notes sheet. You have to go and check in the notes. Okay. You'll find everything in the notes. Guys, Soumya is coming first time to the session. She don't know where is the notes. Second. Guys, can somebody share the notes? This is the notes, by the way. Those who have not attended this session, this is the notes. This is the helpline email, guys. If you have any concerns, please drop your concern in this helpline email. Okay. These are the two assignments. Assignment number one, assignment number two. Okay. And this is the self-paced course link. Copy link. Copy link. Check this, Soumya. Right. So guys, till now we have completed three templates so far, three phases. One was ideation phase, second was requirement analysis phase, and the third was project design phase. Instead of project design phase, we have completed uh, the project planning phase. Project design phase is still pending. One second, let me see. All of you can see this particular picture, right? This is basically the folder structure, like how you have to submit your project. But for now, let me tell you, I'll explain this later during the sessions. So we have completed the ideation phase. In ideation phase, we have to complete the brainstorming, empathy map, and problem statement. In requirement analysis, we have completed in the last session only customer journey map, data flow diagram, solution requirement, and technology stack. These two things we have covered in the last Saturday session. Today we have discussed about the project planning template. Okay. In next session, we will be discussing about this project designing phase where we have another three templates and functional performance testing where we have a single template. Okay. This thing will be planning in the next session. Project execution file is nothing, guys. These are the files that you have to submit in the project. Okay. It be sharing you this image later during the session. If you can take a screenshot of it, you can take it. If you want to take a screenshot of it, please take it. Anyways, later I will be sharing this link thing to you. Okay, in your groups. Got it? Now we are open for the Q&A, guys. If you have any concerns, any questions, you can ask us. Nishita Sharma, I'm still waiting for the confirmation from my team. Once I get it, like once you get your login credentials and all, then I will be sharing all the templates to you. Okay. I'll be sharing all the templates. Anyway, guys, is today's topic clear? Will you be able to complete the project planning template? Yes or no? Please tell me. Am I clear? We have taken 1.5 hours to just understand a single template. Will you be able to do it? Project planning template. If you have listened to each and every thing what I have taught today, you can easily finish it. Okay. Do not close the sprint, guys. When you started the sprint, do not close the sprint. Before closing the sprint, take a proper screenshot of it. Otherwise, you can see I have just closed my sprint and I've lose some informations. So do not close the sprint. Okay. So in the backlog section, you get an option to start a sprint, right? In backlog section, you are getting an option to start a sprint, correct? Once you start the sprint, you can go to the board and do not close the sprint. Okay, keep it as it is. Take proper screenshots. Hmm. See, guys, project planning template that you will be filling, it will be carrying marks for both the things. For the content you add it, as well as the Jira screenshots. We need Jira screenshots also. Okay, so please do add it. All right. So this week was the third week, guys, of our training session. Next week is going to be the last week of our training session. Okay. In next upcoming week, means in the Monday onwards, we have two more things to see. That is uh, table calculations and we have to see LOD expressions. After that, we can jump into dashboard stories and we can see how to publish them on Tableau Public. Okay. These things are pending that we will be looking into the upcoming sessions. Creating dashboard, creating story, publishing it, you will see. Okay. But before that, you have two major topics, that is quick table calculations and LOD expressions. Okay. That we will be exploring in the next sessions. All right. So guys, if you have any queries, you can stay back. If you do not have any queries, you can leave. Anyways, we have not taken break, but if you want to leave, you can leave. If you have any queries, please stay back and you can ask me. Okay, I'm here. Yes, guys, if you do not have any query, you can leave. If you have any query, you can please ask me. I hope if you still have any doubt in today's session, you can ask me now. Today's session was clear to all the participants. Abhijit, once the training session gets over, after that only team formation will start. Okay. Meanwhile, all of you guys, please complete the self-paced course, complete the assignments. Person who's having any queries, please ask me. Guys, I hope you're going back after the sessions and you're at least doing some practice of what we have seen in the session. Please do it, guys, as it will help you only. Even though you're working in teams in this project, but for your own learnings, it's good like if you do it on your own. Okay, if you do the practice, it will be better. guys any queries? Please tell me. I hope you guys are at least doing some sort of practice after the session. At least you are finding my notes little helpful, what we are preparing in the session. If it is not required, guys, you can tell me. I can skip that also. We can easily complete. But just for your understanding, I'm writing down that notes for you. Yes. Any queries? If you do not have any queries, you can leave. was yesterday's quiz, guys? By the way, how was yesterday's quiz? Was it good? Because I have no idea what was the question pattern asked to you. How was the quiz yesterday, guys?
Okay, guys. I think so. There's no more queries, so we can end the session now. Thank you so much for joining, guys. Bye bye. Okay, bye all. Take care.